time to stop dancing the same way you cook your meals without seasoning. Okay, I'm playing. Actually, no, I'm not. 'Tis the season for some season. Salt Bae that thing. You remember back in class one whenever I said this? Our foundations are a dictionary of words. Texture is what gives our words meaning. So you cannot simply have one without the other. Yeah, well, I meant it. You can't be a dancer without texture. Point blank, period. And in today's class, I'm gonna teach you how to learn, practice, and apply texture to become the dancer you want to be. And we're gonna start off by analyzing some videos of some other dancers. We're gonna talk about the texture they add to their movement and what that texture means for them in their movement, in their dance, as well as what their texture means to us.
Let's get into it.
So the first dancer we have is Jessie Sykes. Already, the minute details, a lot of it is slow. He mixes the textures of slow and power. Oof. Very nice. So patient. And that's another thing with texture. It allows you to be patient with your movement while you dance, instead of feeling like you have to hit every beat or not knowing which beats to hit. Adding texture gives intention to your story. And this is one thing that Jessie does very, very well, is telling a story. See, I think a big misconception is that dance is simple entertainment, but it's not. Dance is a means of communicating. It's a language of the body. It's a universal language that allows you to not only communicate with others through your movement, but to communicate with yourself. And in that moment, to discover and rediscover who you are, what you are, and what you're going through at any given time. Jessie does this very, very well. So you notice in here, he used a lot of slow movement as part of his texture, but mixing that slow, because if it was all slow, there's one texture, but it's just like throwing salt on something. You just got one seasoning. But he took that slow texture and he mixed it with some power, and there was volume, and it gave intention to his story and to his dance. Incredible snaps. Very good, Jessie. This next dancer, Bruiser, his dance style is crump. One of my favorite crumpers because he's also incredible at storytelling. I'm done talking, let's get into it. Already. See, I feel like a lot of the world is so used to seeing crumping being like so fast and so aggressive and so in your face. And so one of the things that I love about Bruiser, whenever he is dancing, he is telling a story and he's patient. It's not always like boom, in your face aggression. It's using the techniques of crumping to communicate and express and illustrate, to tell a story in a different way. Oof. So you'll notice with Bruiser, he uses a lot of different textures. He has his slow, his fast, his glitchy, his sharp, power. And through this texture, it shows turmoil. And then right there, it shows like, oh, everything's okay until it's not again. It's like almost telling a story of whenever maybe things are not going well in life, but you go out and you smile and you put on a mask for other people, but they don't see what's really going on inside of you. Now, if Bruiser was not using textures, there's absolutely no way that he could tell the story that he just told in this video. There's no way. It's not possible. It's not possible because it's monotone and there's no intention behind it. It's just going through the motions. So we don't want to be going through the motions. We need to add texture to our movement. It is super important. Now, the last dancer that we're going to check out, I have no clue how to pronounce her name correctly, but I think it's Marie-Louise Hertog. I don't know. Let's get into it. Wow. So much volume. The texture she adds shows so much intention. There's so much intentionality. Nothing she is doing is by mistake. And by adding this texture to your dancing, it allows you to communicate and be in tune with your body in a way that moving without texture cannot allow. When you move with texture and intention, you're able to understand what your body can and wants to do in that moment, and your body is able to understand what you're trying to get across in that moment. You know, move with your body in a way where everything happens seamlessly, and that helps to prevent injury. We want to dance with intention. It's not just to make your dancing more entertaining. It's about communicating with intention to others, to your surroundings, to and within your atmosphere, and to and within yourself. So this is how texture will not only add to you becoming the dancer that you've always wanted to be, it leads to you becoming a more confident version of yourself. That's it for today's class. Your homework is to go and practice texture. But wait, I didn't even tell you how to practice texture. My bad. What I want you to do, make it easy on yourself. One foundation, one texture. You get comfortable, one foundation, one texture, put it with music. There you go. Class dismissed. Peace, love, dance. We'll see you next week here at HṳNS Dance University.